What it is, what it do. Coming to you live. Bossy. Still writing checks. Still making it do what it damn do. Being through with it before you know what to do with it. But I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. On a little bit of my old school mix, as I bend corners and check traps as I always do, regardless of the coronavirus, the Cornelius virus, and anything else you can throw at me. I'm ducking and dodging, boy. I'm bobbing and weaving like old Mike. Trust and believe. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of it all, I still give thanks. I still give praise to the Almighty because He makes it all possible. The things you've seen and the things you'll see are all made possible because His grace allows it to be so. And we should be thankful. I'm definitely thankful. You know, the times and the sign of the times, as Prince would say, is not going to determine whether or not I'm just as thankful and grateful for God giving me life and breath in my body to even see this day, more or less prepare for this day. Because whatever's out there, you can prepare for it. Proper prior planning would have kept us from being in this shit in the first place. But that's beside the point. Now, we must deal with it as it is. The hand we're dealt, we'll put the spades in front and put the hearts in the back. Put our hearts farthest away from the drama and the cut hand. So let's move on. Let's move on. We still have bigger fish to fry. And only you know your appetite as to where you have to consistently fish because you love to eat. If so, we're on the same platform. We're talking about some of the same thing. Have mercy, I say we're talking about some of the same thing because we can never settle, so we can never stop. And if you get comfortable with that and you're good with that, the better you become, the more you can help encourage others. Okay? And the encouragement is going to be brought about in a matter of ways. It can be inspiring, so it can be inspiration. It can be motivating, so it can be motivation. And if you can comprise those two enough, you get to be dedicated, and that's dedication. Because then you got it on cruise control. You ain't really got to hold the wheel. You can kind of instruct and ride as you continue on, you know, searching for success. In whatever way you see fit. Have mercy. Have mercy. I said it. So, that's kind of what I want to talk about just a little bit. I ain't really got a whole lot of time, but I do want to make it known. I'm relevant, and still here. So I try to make sure I put something out there, but I want to make sure it's stick. I want to make sure it's soul food, you know, stick to your ribs type content. Not just something that you ain't going to really pay much attention to and it wash right off with a little bit of soap and water. No, I want to stick to your ass, and maybe to get through to you. You know? When you got a picture of the things you want to do, you got an idea of where it is that you want to be. I don't care what's going on. You can only address it so much because you can't let it take you away from where it is you're trying to go, where you're trying to do. So you got to have sight. You got to have your sight on where it is that you want to be. Or at least what you want to look like when you get there. But you stay on the track and on the trail. Stay prayed up and keep moving. Keep functioning. Keep pumping it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't get that, and they'll be like, why are you saying the things that you're saying? And they all relatively sound similar. It depends on if you have the same objective in mind. Well, then shit, it should be. Because your drive and your road and the obstacles you're going to overcome are going to consistently be there. So you do have to have an idea of what it is you want to be. You know what I mean? And if you got an idea where you want to be, then that's your inspiration. Because you want to do better, more, or something different than what you're doing. That's your inspiration. Once you get your ass up off your shoulders and get on the trail, here's where I come in because I'm the motivator. I'm the one telling you now when you're tired, sluggish, slow, don't want to, you overate the night before, you know, you're just dead set on resting today. Damn it, you ain't got but so much time for that. Then that's your motivation. And then once you realize that I'm right and that's how I got to be boss in the first fucking place, then you can be dedicated to the point where, you know what, now I just don't want to go get it. Now it's time to come back with it. Now it's time to come and reclaim my glory. Now it's time for y'all to just not know that I didn't know the name you hear that's synonymous with this level of success. That's your dedication. Inspiration, have mercy, motivation, and dedication. It all plays. It all plays. It plays well. It plays like a trumpet. Let me tell you a story. I've mentioned it before. I did play somewhat of a role in the securing of the area in which I live in, as far as being security. I was working security. Okay, I was toting the heat. I was packing the steel. Maybe not a whole lot of different than what I was doing before, but you know, we shot for a lot better reasons if necessary. Anyway, what you would have to do annually is you would have to qualify with both your handheld and your rifle as far as your weaponry, because you carried both. You had to be good enough to hit what the hell you're shooting with both. Right. Now, during the time in which I spent a stint in the Marine Corps, the United States Marine Corps, the best thing going, big green machine, the familiarity was this: you have to be able to shoot straight, focus, and shoot true. Shoot straight, shoot true. You always hit your target. You never have to worry about going back to check the pulse. It's gone. Now, in the Marine Corps, first and foremost, before you ever get assigned a job, a MOS, an occupation, something you can do when you get out, damn all that. While you in, you'll be one, if nothing else. You'll be one thing, if nothing else. You will be a soldier. Have mercy, I say you will be a soldier. You will be able to understand how your job is pertinent. You will be able to defend your country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Nobody's going to hit targets from farther away, do the most in battle, combat the elements better than your United States Marine. That's not an advertisement, that's the truth. That's the truth. Okay? So when it came down to having to utilize the use of your weapon, we can accept no standards that are beneath a certain level. You have to be able to shoot true, shoot straight. You got to knock something down. It's almost like football, but more deadly and definitely lethal. You got to be able to knock something down. We need you to be able to knock something down. So you're going to be a soldier if you're not anything else. I work on engines. What was you doing first? I was in the trenches. I was a soldier. I learned to do communications, but what did you do first? You learned to be a soldier. You had to be a soldier. You were brought in soft, made hard, and learned to breathe and accept killing. That was our concept. Still is. So when it came down to going out there and using that weapon, what you had to do was you had to focus and get your sight alignment, align yourself up on your sight, and your sight picture, seeing what it looks like before it falls. Have mercy, I say, see it the last time you're going to see it before it falls. And that's what you do in life. You will focus on the target, but the target will be fuzzy because it's in the distance. It's pretty far back there. But what you'll see clearly is the sight. That's your focus. Your sight is lined up on your objective. Your objective is in the distance, you know where it is, but your sight is clear. So the fixed sight on the front of your rifle is clear. Behind it is where you're going and what you will hit. And when you slowly squeeze and surprise yourself with the sound of bang, you got it. No questions, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So align your sight picture, and you'll know exactly what it is that it's going to look like when you achieve your goal and objective. Sight alignment, sight picture. Clear sight, relatively kind of fuzzy background. But what's in the background is exactly what you're aiming at. That's an objective that shows you how to live and kill. Ain't that some shit? Don't tell me I don't be teaching you something. You need to be writing it down. Next time, have your pen and paper ready.